This canna has decided to flower. Isn't this pretty? This is the one on the other side of my main bed here. In the past, I would have my cannas on the deck with me because I just love the leaf structure and the flower. And this has grown in so well. This is actually from last year, and I saved the tubers and planted them out, and now they are showing up. I am so glad that I saved it because now it's worth it. Something new for the garden is the elephant ear, and this one is starting to open up and fill out. I moved it from another location, and I think it likes it here in this spot. This is beautiful for a Sunday morning to see this happening. Well, the zinnias in this bed, I'd cut some of them because this is part of my cutting garden area for zinnias. And I cut all of the, or a lot of the pink colored ones to create a bouquet for you all. And now I'm able to see the other colors, the other rich colors show up. The oranges, the deeper pinks, more rustic tones, yellows. I think that they're very pretty too. I do like the shading. It actually matches with the deck chairs, cushions. I think these colors really stand out like that. And it looks good too with the pot, the container there. Now I need to weed through this a little bit, but I do like the fullness, especially because everything has been very dry because of the lack of rain. So I'm not in a hurry to thin things out. I think because of the density of the garden here, that I'm able to still have color and green. This elephant ear in this container is now loving it here with all of this heat, and right here where it's located, it's getting a lot of water. When my husband puts on the sprinkler, it hits it, and so it's just getting larger. Definitely going to be saving the tubers, and I believe each year as they grow bigger, the tubers get bigger, that the leaf structure will be bigger, and it has a potential of growing quite large. Right now, it's very pretty, very exotic, I would say. This is the other canna on the other side. This one flowered first, and I think because the pot is smaller and it's really crowded, you just need to come in and pick off the spent blooms. And you can see that some more flowers are coming in here. And look, this one too. This particular one is starting to open up and flower as well. So I think for August we're gonna have a lot of canna flower power. My dahlia flowers here. They have been blooming, and I've just been deadheading to encourage more flowers. The others are getting larger, slowly but surely. So I think definitely by the end of August, later on in August, that we'll have a lot of flowers here. It's going to look really pretty. My yellow blooms too have opened up. Bed. There usually is a lot more flowers, but because of the lack of rain, it's skimpy. We had patches of lawn that wasn't growing, but my husband reseeded it, and you can see actually the grass starting to come up quickly. That's a good sign. In this bed we have some more of those yellow flowers, and they will be filling out too, adding color to this otherwise fairly green bed. The elephant ear that I put in this container is looking fantastic, and is starting to, you can actually see the size of the ears, that it's getting larger and larger. And I love this. Very, very pretty. Very nice. I just like this vignette right here. As you move up the side here, you can also see my calla lilies. I'm going to have to trim them a little bit. And these oriental lilies are over. I think for the fact that we haven't really gotten much rain, that we've been keeping up with the garden, and it's still looking good. I'm hoping that in August we will get rain, and all of this will just come back to life and give a really good display. But the hostas look good. I have to say that the hostas are still holding up under all of the heat, and because they do receive a lot of shade, because they're basically still underneath the trees, that this looks good. I am so happy that I moved this Tropicana Canna to this container and spot surrounded by the hostas. It looks like a flame coming out of the pot, like it's on fire. It just sits well here. It's definitely a feature in the garden. This is part of my intentional garden. I intentionally bought that pot and put it there because this is the effect that I wanted to get. So it's good to see that planning works. It counts. All of you who have been gardening with me, and you have your journal, the Intentional Gardening Journal for 2022. I would say that this is definitely a win. This canna I also had last year, and I saved the tuber as well, and now I'm very pleased with it. It is slow growing at the moment, but that's all right because these leaves are fantastic. I would grow this canna just for the leaves. It's supposed to have an orange flower, and we shall see if it will come up. This front garden is looking very good. As you can see, we have been watering it steadily, that we don't even move the hose from this area that often, and we have been watering steadily so that the roses and the other plants can get water from the sun, because this area gets a lot of sun. It gets mid-morning sun and then afternoon sun. Um, there was a couple of trees here and shrubs, and we cut them back, and in doing so it exposed this area to a lot of sun. I mulched down heavily the beds, and I still have some more mulch to get for the back there. But what I'm thinking is that these leaves from the squash, the different squash, will travel and fill up that area, and you wouldn't even see the cardboard. I love my cosmos here. It's just so airy and light, and I think it keeps the area looking cool. Yeah. I love the colors. My rose bush here, mother of pearl, it's blooming sporadically, but it has some fresh blooms there. So that's really good. This is what I want to show you. The caladiums, finally, they're coming up. Isn't that fantastic? I would say better late than never. Now I brought some of the zinnias up here. For some reason this one fell off, but they're growing pretty good here. The hydrangea's looking good, and the autumn sedum joy, the spirea, it looks like it wants to flower. I did trim it back, and I think I'm going to get some fresh color there. I have the strawberries that I moved up front, and then of course my oak leaf hydrangea is looking good here. I did plant some zinnias here. At first I thought they would not survive it, but they look good. And the leaves look great, nice and big. So I believe that later on in the month we're going to see some beautiful flowers come out of the zinnia patch there. I think this space came out really good. Cleaned up well. For more videos, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time right here in Catherine's Garden. Bye.